What's happening, guys? Ben Bateman here for another quick first thoughts, non-spoiler review of another one of our holiday film releases. This time talking about Richard Jewell, the brand new Clint Eastwood film starring Sam Rockwell, Paul Walter Hauser, John Hamm, Kathy Bates, and Olivia Wilde. This is the true story of Richard Jewell, the security officer who discovered a concealed bomb at the 1996 Olympics. I think it's actually before the Olympics, but he is then accused of having planted the bomb, and there's media scrutiny, crazy witch hunt that goes on with Paul Walter Hauser's character, Richard Jewell. So this is a true retelling directed by Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is like near 90 years old, and this is, we don't know how many more Clint Eastwood directed films we're going to get, so every time we see one, it is still very exciting, and you look forward to it, and this is probably one of the best Clint Eastwood films I've seen in several years. I think the last time that I saw an Eastwood movie that I liked as much as this was probably American Sniper back in 2014. Most of what he has come out with in the last few years, The Mule, 1517 to Paris, which is the worst movie of that year just about, have stuck with me a little bit less than I otherwise was hoping. And this one does actually deliver. I think Paul Walter Hauser turns in a really, really wonderful performance. If you guys are wondering who Paul Walter Hauser is, you might remember him as the kind of like security officer type of character in I, Tonya. He's got a role in Late Night. He's been showing up here and there, but definitely a character actor that people have enjoyed. He's very funny, and he's really great in this movie. He's really touching. He does a wonderful job. It's kind of railroaded and taken advantage of. John Hamm is just a total prick. Olivia Wilde's great. Kathy Bates, when is she not great? So on the whole, I really enjoyed this movie. It does feel like the flashiest, most enjoyable role is given to Sam Rockwell, even over Paul Walter Hauser, which is interesting because, Hauser is the star of the movie. It's about his character. But Rockwell is just kind of on one of these crazy runs right now where you watch the movie and it's just hard not to love Sam Rockwell. I mean, that guy just kicks ass. There's a very by-the-numbers sort of throwback style of filmmaking that I'm used to getting from Clint Eastwood, and it's no different here. Eastwood does a great job. The scenes are very touching. It's a very quiet, very small story on the whole. This is one of those movies that I feel like the most press and publicity this movie is going to get is this moment right now. I don't really think that this movie is going to stand the test of time, last, or be talked about much longer than just this holiday season, but on the whole, pretty entertained by it. Pretty well acted. The pacing was nice. The length was not too long. It's a very sympathetic lead, and it's a cast that's pretty great on the whole. So I'd say I'd recommend watching Richard Jewell. It didn't blow me away. I think, on my scale where I use 5 as an average and 10 as a perfect movie, this movie's over a 7. I think this movie's easily over a 7. I think this movie's probably like a 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, right in that range. Totally worth watching. This is a great airplane movie. This is a great cable movie. This is a great movie when it's on HBO to rent. I think you'll enjoy it. So definitely worth the watch. Don't let it get overhyped for you. This movie is good. This movie is above average and I think very, very enjoyable. By no means great, and certainly not, I think, the big Oscar movie that people were expecting, even though Eastwood seems to always drop his movie in November or December to get that Oscar buzz. It's the type of movie he likes to make. This is much better than The Mule and feels much less made by a crotchety old guy. This doesn't feel that way. So go see Richard Jewell. Enjoy it. I enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Warner Brothers for the invite to go screen this one. And as always, check back to Action Industries for more first thoughts, movie reviews upcoming. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.